The NASCAR Xfinity Series race officially concluded from Atlanta Motor Speedway, and Austin Hill puts up an absolute dominant clinic and picks up his first win of 2025. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to the video. I just got done watching NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Atlanta Motor Speedway, the Bennett Transportation 250. We had quite a bit to talk about from this race. Let's go and talk about it. So at the start of the race, you got Jesse Love lead the field from the inside with Austin Hill on the outside, and Jesse Love got a fantastic run and was able to clear for the race lead. Sam Mayer, lap number 5, tried to get the lead from Jesse Love, but Jesse Love continued to dominate on the outside. The first caution race would come out lap number 6. We had Dean Thompson stop on the front straightaway, and he also had Ryan Sieg, who basically spun out as well, but was able to save it. NASCAR would penalize Dean Thompson because of this. He basically got a 1-lap penalty for stopping on the track. That was, I think, the right call. Probably a bigger penalty should have been handed out for that, but because of that, that would throw the caution. Then under caution, Brandon Jones, Matt DiBenedetto, Nick Lights, Kyle Sieg, and Nick Sanchez all came down pit road as Nick Sanchez got some damage from some of the contact. So then on the restart, Austin Hill lead the field from the inside with Jesse Love on the outside, and Austin Hill got a fantastic run and was able to clear for the race lead. And then everyone got up on the top lane with Austin Hill continuing to dominate, and Austin Hill continued to dominate pretty much through stage number 1 and would lead for the next about 20 or 30 laps. They would all try to make a move to the inside near the end of stage number 1, but no one really tried to make the move as Sam Mayer tried to make a move at the end of the inside. Nobody would challenge him, though, as coming out the final corner, Austin Hill would dominate and win stage number 1. All lead lap cars would then come down pit road with Austin Hill winning the race off of pit road. He nearly made some contact with somebody, but they were able to get everything back going. And then on the restart, Austin Hill lead the field from the outside with Sam Mayer on the inside, and Austin Hill got a fantastic run and was able to clear for the lead. Sam Mayer tried to make something happen on the bottom, but nothing really worked, and once again, Austin Hill would go up to the outside and clear for the race lead, and once again, everybody would be single file throughout pretty much the remainder of stage number 2. Then a couple laps later in stage number 2, Jesse Love made a bold move to the inside, getting by Austin Hill in lap number 72, and was able to take the lead. And then a couple laps later, Austin Hill would make the move to the inside and pass Jesse Love back for the race lead. And then we started seeing people finally try to make the bottom lane work as Justin Allgaier tried to get up there and moved up quite a few positions. And then with about 10 laps to go in stage number 2, people figured out it's finally time to race as Sam Mayer and Sheldon Creed would go to the bottom of the racetrack and try to pass him for the race lead. And they got by Jesse Love for second position. But Austin Hill continued to dominate, and that 21 car continued to put up a dominating clinic as Sam Mayer would desperately try everything to get back by him. It wouldn't be enough for them, though, as they came off the final corner. Austin Hill would come off the corner and win stage number 2, if I believe Sheldon Creed finishing in second. So then, all lead lap cars would then come down pit road, with Austin Hill winning the race off of pit road. He had briefly stalled on pit road, but he won the race once again. So then on the next restart, you had Austin Hill lead the field from the inside with Justin Allgaier on the inside, and Austin Hill got a pretty good restart as well, but they both stayed side by side for the next lap, and then eventually Austin Hill was able to clear for the race lead and would go up to the outside once again. But then the next caution race come out when CJ McLaughlin had a tire basically go down going into turn number 4, and he hit the outside wall really, really hard, ending his day, bringing out the caution. Tough break for CJ, who made the field on pretty good pace and speed. Tough way to end his race. So then on the restart, you had Austin Hill lead the field from the outside with Sam Mayer on the inside, and we saw Austin Hill get a really good restart and was able to clear for the race lead as Nick Sanchez would get forced way back to the back of the pack and would be really mad on the radio. And then a few laps later, another caution would come out when Jeremy Clements lost control coming off of turn number 2. He had some contact, it looked like, from Taylor Gray going down the back straightaway. He would spin out, Taylor Gray would get collected, and Connor Zilch also got some damage in the crash, and Blaine Perkins also got up in the outside wall. Taylor Gray's night would come to an end because of the crash, and everyone else would continue on. So then on the restart, you had Austin Hill lead the field from the outside with Sammy Smith, I believe, on the inside, and Austin Hill got a fantastic restart and was once again able to take the race lead. And then a few laps later, another caution would happen as they go down the back straightaway. Brandon Jones would end up spinning out, and multi-cars got collected in the crash, including, I believe, someone in the back of the field. That would unfortunately end their chances at a good run. So then on the restart, you had Austin Hill lead the field from the outside with Ryan Sieg on the inside, and Austin Hill got a fantastic restart and was able to clear for the race lead, and everyone would once again get up to the top lane and form up on a single file run. But then a few laps later, they tried to make the run to the inside, and he had Fords of Sheldon Creed, Ryan Sieg, and Sam Mayer. They would get up to second through fourth, but they would not make any moves on Austin Hill. And then going down the back straightaway with around 25 laps to go, there would be contact between Nick Sanchez and Sam Mayer coming down the front straightaway. They would end up spinning out. Connor Zilisch would get collected in the crash, and Anthony Alfredo, Brennan Poole, and Nick Lights got caught up in the wreck. It looked like Nick Sanchez may have had some contact with Sam Mayer going in the corner. That would take a lot of them out of contention. Tough break for all those guys involved in the big wreck. Just a tough break for all of them involved. So then on the restart, you'd Austin Hill lead the field from the outside with Justin Allgaier on the inside, and Austin Hill got a fantastic restart once again and was able to clear for the race lead, and it would maintain the run. But then with around 10 laps to go, a caution would come up for debris from Connor Zilisch. There was foam coming out of his car. That would bring out what looked to be the final caution of the race, and Sammy Smith picked up the debris. And then going into the final restart of the race, you had Austin Hill lead the field from the outside with Justin Allgaier on the inside. And we saw Justin Allgaier actually get a really good restart, but Austin Hill challenged up on the outside and got the lead back. But then Aric Almirola made the move to the inside, down the back straightaway with 2 laps to go, and made the move to the bottom of the track to take the race lead. And as it came to the white flag of the race, Austin Hill had the run going down in front straightaway and got right back by Aric Almirola going into turn number 1. Aric Almirola and Justin Allgaier would battle really hard for the lead as they would go down the back straightaway, and then down the back straightaway, the biggest crash of the day would take place. Parker Retzlaff would get turned. It was running up inside the top 10. He would get turned, and a lot of drivers would get collected, including Sheldon Creed, Carson Quaffle, Jesse Love, Chris Wright, Christian Eckes, Ryan Sieg, Mason Massey, and Joshua Lickey would all get caught up in the final wreck. Austin Hill would come off the corner holding off a hard-charging Aric Almirola and Justin Allgaier and pick up his first win of 2025 in absolutely dominating fashion. Talk about dominance for Austin Hill. If I'm not mistaken, Austin Hill, of the 163 laps that were run today, I think he led like 140 or 141 of those laps. Absolutely insane. That 21 car was absolutely a rocket ship. No one could really challenge him most of the day. His only biggest competition was Jesse Love, who got caught up in the final crash and incident. That 21 was just on a different level. I picked him coming to weekend because I was really confident that the 21 car was going to be really strong and really fast. And as expected, he was the dominant car to beat. So congratulations to Austin Hill on an absolute dominant masterclass. His first win of 2025. I expect him to be really strong. A great bounce-back run after Daytona. Congratulations to him on picking up the win. So now we'll go ahead and take a look at the race results and I'll give my score and thoughts on today's race. So Austin Hill picks up the win. Justin Allgaier finished second. Allgaier had a pretty good car today. He just couldn't make the moves to the inside or the outside to get up there, but still a really good run for Allgaier. He finishes in second. Aric Almirola finished third. After struggling early in the race, they made that car better. He started making moves to the inside. I thought Almirola was going to be a factor. He was at the end. It looked like he was going to have a chance and opportunity to win. I think he will win some races before the end of the year, by the way, but a pretty good run for Aric Almirola. He finishes third. Great run for the first of 9 races scheduled for the 19 driver. Sammy Smith finishes fourth. After a solid run, I believe, at Daytona, comes home with another top 5 finish. A really good run for the driver. The A, he got some damage in a couple of the wrecks today and still comes home with a top 5 finish. Really good run for Sammy Smith in the 18. Nick Sanchez finishes 5th. How about that for Nick? Got involved in the wreck or two, survived some of the Carnage Fest, and was able to get himself a top 5 run. Really good run for Nick. A bounce-back run after Daytona after getting taken out at the end of stage number 2. A great run for Nick Sanchez. He finishes 5th. Jeb Burton finished 6th. Good run for Jeb Burton. Ran inside the top 15, top 20 most of the day. Was up front and in contention. Just a bad break. Did not get the win, but still a good run for Jeb in 6th position. Daniel Dye finished 7th. Solid top 10 run for Daniel. Was running around the top 20 area most of the day, but missed the last big wreck and gets himself a top 10 finish. Good run for Daniel Dye. Leland Honeyman Jr., top 10 in 8th place. Great run for the driver, the 70 car. He had a really good, decent car today near the end of the run and gets a top 10 finish. Good run for Leland Honeyman. William Swalsh finished 9th. Good for William. Unfortunately got crashed out of the truck race at the end of the event. Put together a really solid performance and gets himself a top 10 finish. Great run for William Swalsh. And Harrison Burton finishes 10th. Solid run for the driver of the AM Racing team. This team is starting off on a much better note compared to last year. Of course, Harrison took over for Haley Deegan going into this year. A solid day for Harrison. He ran top 10, top 15, and survived the last big wreck. He finishes 10th. Jeremy Clements finished 11th. Solid day for Jeremy. He got involved in a wreck or two and still comes home with a top 15 finish. Good run for Jeremy Clements. Matt DiBenedetto finishes 14th. Solid day for Matt. Was never a factor, but he survived the last big wreck, didn't get involved in it, and gets himself a top 15 finish. Good run for Matt DiBenedetto. Brandon Jones finished 13th. Hey, after getting involved in a couple wrecks and incidents, Brandon Jones can actually come out of a day with a top 15 run. I hope things can turn around for this driver because I think he is a very talented driver. Just a tough break at the end of the day, but he does at least get a top 15 finish. Sheldon Creed finished 14th. He had a really good car today, just got caught up in some of the big wrecks at the end of the race, but he does come home with a top 15 finish. I think Creed will win this year. He showed some really good pace and speed. Solid top 15 run for him. Josh Williams finished 15th, not a bad run for him. Jesse Love finished 16th. I think Jesse Love did have the fastest car outside of Austin Hill, but he got back in track position and really couldn't make the move to get up there. So unfortunately, after winning at Daytona and having one of the best cars in the field today, he barely finishes inside the top 20 in 16th position. Brennan Poole finished 17th. Ryan Ellis finished 18th. Blaine Perkins finished 19th. Ryan Seek finished 20th. 21st place finisher Joey Gase, 22nd for Nick Lights, 23rd for CJ McLaughlin, 24th for Carson Quaffle. Carson was up in the lead pack. Unfortunately, got caught up in the big crash, a drop in the back. He looked pretty solid today, ran inside that top 10 range majority of the race. He finished 24th. Garrett Smithley finished 25th. Chris Wright finished 26th. Parker Retzlaff, who was up inside the lead pack majority of this race, he finished 26th. 27th, excuse me. Things are changing, by the way. 28th place finisher Mason Massey. 29th for Christian Neckes, who got caught up in the final wreck. Tough break for him. Two bad races to start the year. Josh Liggy finished 30th. Mason Maggio finished 31st. Carson Ware finished 32nd. Kyle Seek finished 33rd. Connor Zilisch finished 34th. Man, not the best start for Connor Zilisch this year, but he's been up front in both races, and the crashes he's been involved in have not been his fault. So tough break for Connor, but luckily we're going to a track where he's going to be a major factor to win. He finished 34th. Dean Thompson finished 35th after his trouble. Sam Mayer, after crashing out, finished 36th. Anthony Ferrer finished 37th, and finishing last in 38th is Taylor Gray. So now, let's talk about the overall race as a whole. Give you my score and thoughts on today's race. This race was slightly better than last spring. I think last spring was one of the worst Xfinity races I've seen in a long time, and this race was a little better than that. But that's not saying this race was good. There was more side-by-side in the last year's spring race, I'll give you that, but the first half of this race was very unwatchable. You could basically go away for 20 minutes at one point and not miss any of the action. No one tried to make moves at the end of these stages. They just gave Austin Hill a win. And Austin Hill deserved the win. He had the fastest car by a mile today, so I can't discredit Austin Hill for picking up the win. He's one of the best Super Speedway racers in the field. He's now led also the most laps in the history of the Xfinity Series at Super Speedways. But still, no one tried to make a move at times, and when people tried to make the move, you couldn't pass. I think of any series that does need to get the intermediate package going, I think the Xfinity Series is going to need the higher horsepower package because the racing at this track in Xfinity competition just hasn't been good. It's been proven every single time. I think the racing in trucks and Cup has been way better than this, but the Xfinity race today just wasn't that good. It improved a little bit, I will give you that, but the race just wasn't that good today. My score of today's NASCAR Xfinity Series race, I'm going to give today's race overall about a 5 out of 10. It just wasn't a good race today. It was the worst points-paying race we've seen so far this year. It just wasn't interesting. It wasn't the most exciting event. It's good to see Austin Hill win. I just think today's race was not that good overall, in my honest opinion. So, that is going to be it for the NASCAR Xfinity Series race review from Atlanta Motor Speedway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. List description below that, and comment your thoughts below on today's episode. Your thoughts about Austin Hill picking up the win? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and congratulate Austin Hill on picking up the win. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Earlier today, did my early reactions to Kyle Busch picking up his first truck win in 2025. I also had reactions to Ryan Blaney winning the pole. Tomorrow, we're going to have the starting lineup video for the Am Better Health 400. We also have the Cup review and probably a Shane Van Gisbergen video. I got content coming out of people like Haley Deegan, Shane Van Gisbergen, Carl Edwards, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, Connor Zilisch, Jr. Motorsports, Sam Mayer coming out soon, Cletus McFarland, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, all the good stuff will be coming out on the channel in the coming days and weeks. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.